This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for November 13th, 2023. It's currently October 4th, 2023, 7:37 p.m. Eastern Time. The S&P 500 is currently 4,263.75, and the shuffle video that we're about to play for you was created on September 25th, 2023 at 2:33 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. So the overall theme and behavior throughout Monday, we have a pretty mixed day. It's a pretty mixed day. Behavior around the high is high for the day. We have a decline out of the high that offers an opportunity to open up a long position, indicating that we most likely see the high more than once, or we'll see it the following day. Behavior around the lowest low for the day. We have 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp drop taking us into the low. Interesting. And my sense is that based on the full trade card here, it may have been to trade here at the high at the end of the day. Well, in any case, what I think takes place is we open lower, we revisit a support. We either open lower or we open higher and then decline to revisit support. But I think we probably open lower, and then in the pre-market we have this rally with a fast, like an unexpected move higher right around the open, and then we declined to revisit a support level that we recently met once before. There's a lot of price change between 10 and 11, with a notable drop that'll stand out in the midst of that price range. And I'll get into more chart behavior by the hour, as well as the best trades and where I see the highs and the lows are in just a moment. But before I do that, I just want to make sure everybody is aware. So the whole purpose of the channel, we have something called the rule of karma. We're asking that people take 5% of the profits that they make from this information and donate it forward to one of these charities here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. And 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel. That leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you do that, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for being an angel investor, my friends. So a lot of price change after meeting that support, and there's a trade opportunity in there. So a couple of different ways that you could play the trade. First thing in the morning with that unexpected move higher, if at the open we haven't made an unexpected move higher yet, I'd say you could open up a long position there if you, as long as we hadn't already made that unexpected move higher. Now, if we have made that unexpected move higher, I would wait until a notable decline in that first half hour from the unexpected move higher around the open, a notable decline to revisit a support level that we recently met once before, and then that's where I would enter into a long position. You could also, the other way, in the midst of that unexpected move higher right around the open a short position and close it when we have this revisiting of a support. We should see sideways rotation there before like 11 o'clock. But a lot of price change. The Ace of Discs indicates a lot of price change. It's usually some sort of bottom, but occasionally it is a top. In this case, I think early, around like 10:15, we probably have a pretty notable decline to support. And then like we rally after that decline, we rally into 11 to 12 o'clock hour roughly, and that rally ends in the 11 to 12 o'clock hour and becomes more like sidewaysy back and forth behavior around noon. We may revisit a support level here in the midst of that sidewaysy behavior, as well as correlates with the translucent yellow from the preview card. And then we have, in the midst of that sideways behavior, we should establish a new high. Hard to say. We either establish a new high somewhere, like in that sideways back and forth behavior before a decline that increases with momentum. I think we probably have a decline off of the high. So it either forms in the midst of that sideways behavior, or we have a decline that increases with momentum, followed by a notable move higher in a one-day chart, where we successfully turn resistance into support and create the high there. So it's a little difficult to determine what order that's going to go in, because there's a lot of back and forth going on, and I feel like it's kind of stacked on top of each other. But what I would be looking for is this end of day. So we have this decline in the last hour. It'll be a notable decline, but then a rally right around the close and a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels. So what I would do is, if I miss the opportunity to get out of a long position around like early afternoon in the midst of that sideways behavior, or that big move higher after a decline that increases with momentum, if I didn't get out there, then I'd probably look to get out at the end of the day. You could also open up a long position around 10:15 in the midst of that sharp decline, close that long position again at the high, either somewhere between 12 and 2, or 2 to 3, somewhere between 12 and 3. It's hard to say, guys, somewhere in there. But yeah, we have a high there in the early afternoon, and I think our low for the day is probably early in the morning, either like in this first half hour, or it could be this Ace of Discs. A lot of price change. It looks like a lot of price change off of the high. We may have a high at the end of the day. So the Queen of Cups is a sideways S formation. You get a decline, then an incline, and then a decline. And it's usually from a resistance all the way to a support, all the way back to a resistance, all the way back to support, creating like a sideways S formation within a channel. So it may be that we see the high several times. And then the sneak preview for the following day, there's a breakout on a one-day chart that'll stand out tomorrow. And as far as where we open, looks like we probably open lower. What's interesting is we have this Princess of Wands here, and then this Princess of Wands here, so we might be around a similar range, but I think we probably open lower tomorrow with a notable move in the morning. And that's the S&P 500 for November 13th, 2023. Let me know what you guys think by hitting that like button, and subscribe if you haven't done so. It really helps out the channel. Much appreciation. Don't forget to follow that rule of karma. You don't want to get that flow of abundance shut off, guys. Please don't do that. Whenever you profit, you should do that right away. I'll see you guys on the next one.